Imagine this. You work in a support team on a SaaS product, and in your role, you speak to customers daily. You know your regulars well, you help fix bugs daily, and you get to know how your customers use the product you support and what their biggest grievances and pain points with the product are. How do you communicate this information to your product teams across the business? How do you make sure your customers' voices are being heard? My name is Alex, and I work as a support engineer at Atlassian supporting Trello. I joined my team at Atlassian in July 2021, and I learned two things very quickly. The first is that our customers are incredibly passionate about Trello. From our free users to our community leaders, such as Brittany Joyner in the front, to our enterprise admins. Trello is 12 years old now and has been an Atlassian product for half of that time, and some of our customers have been with us since the very beginning. The second thing I learned was that our customers are frustrated, and rightfully so, that some of their most popular feature requests had never been shipped, and something had to be done. However, there seemed to be some kind of disconnect. While it felt like support was doing their best to try and communicate these customer frustrations, these popular requests just weren't getting out of our backlog. Our product teams were unconvinced about their value and weren't understanding how their absence was affecting our customers' day-to-day lives, to the point that they contemplated leaving Trello altogether. So something had to be done. So I decided that I was going to stir the pot. For those of you that don't know what stirring the pot is, it basically means to start drama, usually in a group setting. I'm tremendously good at stirring the pot, ask all of my friends. But stirring the pot in a group setting in your place of work can be quite daunting. How can you do that when you're 6 months into a job and actually like that job and want to continue it? Regardless, I ignored that fear and I decided the Trello team needed to have their pot stirred. I was going to drop a bomb on them, a bomb of feature requests and pain points that our customers were asking for, no, demanding, and hope that they would listen. So how do you drop this bomb? Dropping the bomb helps if you already have Jira Service Management and have a great log of tickets you use similarly to a Jira instance. Trello support had already done a great job over the years of categorizing their tickets and linking them to these feature requests. We house these requests in another Jira Service Management instance, which allowed everyone across the business to raise feature requests with a simple service desk portal, and then allowed our development teams to link these requests to their Jira software projects. However, that's about the extent of our process. We would raise a feature request and then wait and see if our teams decided to prioritize it. We had a backlog of these requests, and each request had links to tickets raised about those requests, as well as any relevant community articles, app reviews, or any other customer interaction our support team was finding. But it lacked the customer insights we needed to understand the impact on our customers that not having these features had. While we had raw quantitative data on how many support tickets were linked to each feature request, this lacked the insights we needed to make a case to our product teams about the importance of these most popular features. That's where Confluence comes in. Most of you already know how excellent Confluence is at building amazing product narratives, project posters, requirements documents, and many other things. But Confluence is also really good for dropping this bomb and for building a support narrative filled with customer insights needed to sway our product teams into prioritizing these initiatives. With Jira Service Management and Confluence, I was able to get started on building my feature request bomb. To start off with, I picked 7 feature requests. I didn't want to overload our product teams, and 7 seemed like a reasonable number to begin with and do a deep dive on. These range from supporting Trello on Windows 11 to adding new notifications on a new feature that our subscriber users had access to, and many others. I wanted to give our product teams a range of features and not have all 7 features owned by the same team. From there, I started to delve deep into the data, which was easy to do because we already had our processes in Jira Service Management in place. So we already had a catalog of all the tickets related to each request. I was able to garner valuable customer testimonials and understand their use cases and really dig deep into the why. Why do they need this feature? Why was it a blocker for them to not have it? The why is important. If you worked with customers before who have ideas for products, you'll know that getting a feature request from a customer that's simple and succinct just sometimes isn't enough. My goal was to find customer interactions where customers told us their why, so we can make sure that the feature they were requesting actually would fix their pain point. Luckily, our support team was excellent at digging into this why with customers, as one of our goals is that we want to set up our customers for long-term success so that they can achieve their goals as opposed to just fixing their issues in the short term. Confluence became my log for these insights. For each feature request, I built out a blog with key customer tickets, Atlassian community articles, and other customer interactions, providing quotes provided by each customer and utilizing the smart links between Atlassian products to allow our product leaders to easily open up each customer's concern and read through their full use case and needs. After that was all gathered, I had a document in Confluence ready to go that had both quantitative data such as support count and qualitative data such as our customers' testimonials. Now, I needed to drop the bomb. Dropping the bomb meant it needed to be shared with everyone in the Trello product organization as well as everyone in support. Everyone needed to see it because everyone can add value and create an impact. At Atlassian, we pride ourselves on having an open company where data is shared freely and everyone can have an impact on our products, our customers, and our team. I wanted to give everyone the opportunity to see these insights from individual contributors who may decide to work on this feature in an internal hackathon to product leaders who make decisions on what gets prioritized. So that's what I did. I shared it in Confluence, I shared it in Slack. Anywhere it could be shared, it got shared. Then I waited. I'm extremely lucky to work in an organization that listens to everyone's voice and applauds people for standing up for our customers and vocalizing their needs. The reception to my post was extremely positive and got the conversation started between product and support and got eyes on the requests that needed attention. I started this initiative just over a year ago, and for those 7 requests I focused on, I'm pleased to say that 5 of them have already been shipped and released to our customers already. One of them, Dark Mode, is currently being rolled out to our customers, which you can learn more about in the Atlassian community, or you can just come over to our Trello booth at Team 23. And the last of which is being investigated by multiple teams at Atlassian. We're taking steps to implement this last 7th feature. I couldn't just let this be a one-off, where our popular feature requests were posted once, and that was it. We had to continue this momentum and make reporting on these popular requests from a support perspective part of our design thinking process here at Trello and Atlassian to make sure we were always keeping track of what our customers' needs were when prioritizing features and changes. 6 months later, with my support team's help, I went at it again and published another Confluence page. Again, detailing what requests were front of mind for customers and what requests had already been released to the general public, which were considered wins for our loyal customer base. This time, I introduced 4 new feature requests to our product teams, which doesn't seem like a lot, but they covered major concerns that our customers had. Also, this reduction in volume of popular requests meant that what we had front of mind for our customers was reducing and that we were doing something right. And once again, our product teams listened and were able to reprioritize and work on these features, or at least keep our customers' concerns at the front of their minds. All of these features that I've highlighted couldn't be solved overnight. It required our teams to sit down and think about whether or not this fits in with Trello's strategy and whether we believe they were more important than other cool ideas that we have at Trello that we wanted to ship. However, without this process, without Jira to catalog our customers' tickets and log their feature requests, without Confluence to then collate this information and record our customers' insights, we weren't able to fully communicate our customers' passion for these features, and they may not have been prioritized without product listening to support's concerns. That being said, my focus was always to highlight requests that fit in with the core vision of Trello. While we still track requests that we believe don't fit in with our vision, it's to understand these pain points and to consider whether another Atlassian product may suit that feature or that collective of customers' needs better. Listening to the customer's voice is so important, but it's also important to make sure that what your customers are asking for is something that you want your product to be able to accomplish. And making sure that your support teams and other customer-facing teams understand your vision as much as you do will allow them to explain this to your customers and empower the support that they provide. Be open about your vision and your long-term strategy with your customers. Let them influence your roadmap, but also be prepared to let them know if their needs may not be in line with what you want your products to be able to accomplish. You're probably wondering, after all of this, what is this secret weapon you've alluded to? Is it your customers, Confluence, Jira, Trello itself? Well, all of those are incredible things that all product teams should have in their toolkit. None of them are your secret weapon. Your secret weapon as a product manager trying to garner insights from customers on the next feature to prioritize, as a designer wanting to know how your customers is using your product, as a leader, as an engineer, is your support team. Support teams are so very often overlooked in an organization. They're seen as the people who just do tickets all day, who ask their users to try turning it off and on again, and that's it. However, I guarantee you that your support teams are incredible and probably have really brilliant insights from your customers. They speak to them every day, hearing their concerns, their pain points, and also their compliments. They're in the trenches, so to speak, and by working with them, building relationships with them, and listening to them, you can find some really valuable data that will help you build and improve your product. This also requires you to build a support team with balance and heart that prioritizes hiring people with empathy over technical skills that can be taught down the track if need be. Empathy is a lot harder to learn, and by hiring people who make empathetic choices and fight for their customers' voices, you'll be setting up your support team and your product for success. So I want all of you, when you head back to your teams after this conference, I want you to celebrate and use your support teams. Set up time with them to go over their concerns, develop a cadence in which you speak to them, and allow them to discuss with you what they think you should prioritize on your product. They are your secret weapon and can help you build an incredible product or improve the product that you already have. I encourage you all to think about ways you can reduce your product support friction, as by reducing this friction, not only will your support teams be healthier, and thank you for it, but your products will improve for your customers as a result of listening to your support teams. There's so many ways you can reduce friction between your product and support teams, and it doesn't need to just be by following my example of publishing feature requests in Confluence. One way you could do this is to publish a roadmap for your product that's open and accessible for all. You could use Trello to build your roadmap, or better yet, use Atlassian's new product Atlas to publish all the features you're working on and use it to update your teams on the status of these features. Make it accessible to your support teams to ensure that they're aware of these features being shipped and are prepared. Listen to their gut if they're wary of certain features being released, as they know your customers very well and can let you know if a feature is going to make or break how some customers use the product, or is going to have negative reception or change of version. You can also use Confluence to deep dive into a certain area of your product and work with support to gather customers' pain points on this product. By combining Jira Service Management and Confluence, you can become a powerhouse of customer insights and really dig deep into the data to figure out how you want to proceed with improving your product. And if you haven't already, build out your feature requests and bug reporting process for Jira Service Management and Jira Software. By using both of these tools, Jira Service Management is your support portal for your customers, and Jira Software is your work management product for your software teams. You can easily raise feature requests and see them all in your backlog. However, the most important thing you should do to make sure that you build your organization to be open. You should value all opinions and perspectives and encourage everyone to speak up if they see something that isn't right, that they think should be improved. Without Atlassian valuing my voice and everyone else's, I wouldn't have been able to start the conversation and get momentum going on listening to our customer's voice. Without our support team speaking up and reporting on this, our customers would never have been properly heard, and their concerns wouldn't have resulted in new additions to our products or pain points solved. Without building your organization to encourage everyone to speak up and share data, your product and your customers are going to suffer. The last idea I want you all to take away from this is the following. If you have passionate customers, you are incredibly lucky. Customers that actively reach out and ask for features, suggest improvements, and share feedback are a goldmine. Please don't ever forget that. But simultaneously, having a support team that understands that and communicates your customer's voice is also incredibly valuable. They are your secret weapon, your ace in the hole. Collaborate with them, value them, and most importantly, listen to them. Utilize them properly and you'll have another amazing asset in your toolkit that will help you improve your product. I'd love to learn more about how each of you connects with your support teams and work together to make sure that your customers are being heard. If you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn to discuss this more and share your stories, I would be delighted to chat. I'm also around for the rest of the day, here to answer your questions, and also at the Trello booth. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Team 23.